And welcome back to Knights Field on the Rockville campus of Montgomery College. We're ready for the bottom of the fourth inning, and as we were talking about in the top half of the inning with Dan Rasher, the same is true with Tom Schaefer. One of his #1 goals as a head coach is to place his graduating players in four-year programs, and just like with Dan Rasher, a lot of these kids end up getting scholarship money to play at these four-year programs. And here's a partial list of just some of the players that Tom Schaefer has been able to place just over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, in the case of Brad Beck getting real money to play baseball, but you know, that's beside the point. You want these guys to be able to be successful, play at four-year schools, or be able to get on with their lives as successful young men. So the fact that Brad Beck is playing pro means that, you know, he's another gainfully employed Rockville Knight alum, just like these guys who are going to four-year schools, and even the guys just completing their AA degrees, moving on to four-year schools academically, maybe not even to play baseball, are going to be. And both these coaches, you have to tip your hat to them because they're doing an excellent job getting guys to continue to play and to continue to be successful in their lives.
And absolutely, and to help them out also with the scholarship money. And that hit him. So Arrett really didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way. The umpire let it go, and it must have just basically ticked him on the sleeve of his shirt. That's all it did. But Arrett was happy to take the hit by pitch and get the leadoff man on.
That's got to be the best hit by pitch I've ever seen. You know, free pass on one pitch and barely any contact.
Didn't hurt at all. Here's Plouffe, who had a triple leading off the second inning and did scored the only run on a ground out by McTye. He hit the ball hard in the gap, the left center field gap, his first time up.
It'd be interesting to see if there's some hit and run or some bunting action. You got two of the fastest guys on the team between Arrett and Plouffe.
Pretty good pickoff attempt there by Story.
Ittenbach playing up on the edge of the grass at third base, so he's playing bunt slightly.
Middle infielders are at double play depth. And Bachman had to dig that one out of the dirt.
You know, and with these pickoff attempts between Plouffe and between Coach Schaefer being able to watch it, really helps them build a plan. You know, is he going to try to push a bunt up the middle, past the pitcher? Both guys can get on. Is he going to try to pop it over Ittenbach's head? A lot of options for him if he can put the ball where he wants to.
And there's the pitch, and this time Behringer fakes a throw down to first. So they are very aware of Kyle Arrett down there at first.
And that was almost one of those, let's throw a high fastball to see if he's going to run, so the catcher's ready to throw it down. So even wasting a pitch on this at bat, trying to see what Arrett's doing.
1 ball, 1 strike. Just misses inside.
That was a pretty close one right there. That's one that's been a strike before, but certainly a borderline pitch.
As they say, it looked good from here, but then again, we're about 50 feet behind the umpire. So Sean Plouffe, one of the leading offensive players on this Knights team, and he rips one down the left field line, but it's foul.
Ooh, about 4 feet too, and he really sliced that thing. If it ground a little bit sooner, that's another triple for Plouffe.
And an easy run batted in, as Arrett was running with the crack of the bat. And boy, you could see Schaefer already windmilling his arm down there at third base. He was ready to put his team on top.
Something else I like about Sean Plouffe and his teammate, backup outfielder Sean Hagan, they both spell their name correctly.
Not a new age spelling of Sean?
No, it's
there's a wild pitch. That was clearly a wild pitch. No question about that from a scoring standpoint.
And the rebound off the wall, fortuitous for Germantown. If that rebounds to the right, that's 2 bases picked up for Arrett.
So Arrett moves up by way of the wild pitch. He's now on second, full count. And Plouffe hanging tough in there with another sharply hit foul ball. Swinging the bat real well against Kevin Story.
Yeah, this is a really good at-bat. Stories has a lot less pitches so far in this game. Only pitched 34 pitches so far, but clearly laboring this inning. And sometimes it's not the amount of pitches you throw, it's tough innings like this. And we'll see if he can get out of it with little or no damage.
And, of course, many starting pitchers are just not as comfortable pitching out of the stretch. Tried a breaking ball there and almost hit him. And walks him. That puts 2 on, 1 out. And that brings up Ben Keller, who hit the first pitch for a fly out his last time up. Here comes Dan Rasher,